welcome back everybody to part 2 of episode 71? 72? What did I say in part 1? I can't even remember what episode this is. I think it's 72. 72 part 2. There you go. I'm going to say that. If it's wrong, it's wrong. We are taking on first place Colchester. First versus second, the two runaway leaders in League 2. It's basically something of a title decider, although there is so long to go. Anything could happen in the next, what would it be, like 17 games after this? So, yeah, not really a title decider, but it is the battle of the big two. So, let's see if we can get another one over on Colchester. We did beat them 2-0 away from home earlier in the season, so a repeat of that would be great. They play 4-4-2, which we have been really, really good against this season. We had a look at the lineup in part 1. Now, there are a few players that are a little bit tired, but I want to go full strength for today's game. So, Tommy Reed in goal. He's earned his first choice goalkeeper status, having a brilliant season. Igor Luiz at right back, Lee Watkins and Callum Simpson at centre back, Nick Cerula at left back. Malicio is the deep line playmaker. He is the ball-winning midfielder in Rossiter's absence. Malicio with Schofield and Agyapong, the captain, in the midfield. You can see from the green average ratings there, everybody is having a really great season in defence and midfield. Up front, not so much. Joe Evans on the right, Varian on the left. They've had little spells this season when they've been doing really well. Hopefully they can get into a good rhythm again. And Mark McFadden, the top scorer up front, who is having a superb season. On the bench, Hordegaard, Armitage, Lamine Sharif can be a right back or defensive midfield option. Mikhail can be a deep line playmaker or right wing option. James Price and Voles can be right or left wing respectively. Obviously James Price can also play as the striker, as can Mubama, who I think can have a big impact in the second half of the season. So let's get into this. Can we overturn the... You would have to say, even though we've stayed with them, we're only a point behind, Colchester are the quality team in this league. We are not a team of their level, but we are more than the sum of our parts. No doubt about it. We are an amazing team. I think, again, it just shows you the benefits in Football Manager 22 of having that balanced squad. We don't have the best strikers in the league, but what we do have is a really well-rounded, really well-set-up squad, I feel like. All right, let's have a look. All right, Colchester a second while we're first in the form table. Make that count. I'm going to go, we will top the table if we win here. Go out and impress me. Yeah, a few of them have reacted. Now, can we get some bright green motivation going? I'm not sure we can. Yes, we can. Get in there. Go on. So we've got the players well up for it today. Just set up a little bit of marking responsibility just on their fullbacks. I don't need to set anything else up. I think the way we are set up is very well set up to deal with 4-4-2. So I'm not going to set up any other special markings responsibilities, but I will set up to play out of defence, seeing as they have got just those two strikers up against 4 defenders. I'll leave it at that for now, but we might play with more width if it's necessary, because 4-4-2 does seem good against narrow attacks. We'll play out to the fullbacks, as they should have a little bit more space and time. And I will leave our defensive setup as it is for now. Expect us to get stuck in if we need to, though. So that is how we set up. Can we give the home fans something to shout about here at Dale Roberts Park? Another something like full house, it looks like. A huge game in League 2. Could have a big influence on where the championship trophy goes this season. Obviously, I mean, at the moment, they are looking the better team. Let's encourage. We've had our first shot. There you go. We've had a couple of shots now. No need to think about changing anything just yet, but they have had the lion's share of the possession, which is unusual for us. We usually dominate the ball, and it's kind of been a very boring game, hasn't it? And this has kind of been our season so far. Our games have not been particularly exciting, I have to say. We've kind of scraped a lot of games, and I've seen this a lot of times where there's not been a single highlight, and that's why I've just bought those forward players in, just to give us something a little bit extra. So I think at half time, I think let's do I tell them we've been no, I'm going to tell them we haven't taken nearly enough shots. I'm disappointed. Let's see, are we going to be able to get a little bit of bright green motivation again? It looks like we're not. So they are motivated for the second half though, but I'm going to change some stuff around here. Now I'm going to play just to play with width now. I do think that suits playing against 4-4-2 a lot more. And do we want? I'm going to ask him to work the ball into the box. I think with McFadden's anticipation, and I'm going to be more expressive as well. With McFadden's anticipation, it just seems to really suit him, trying to get the ball into the box for him to latch onto. He seems to have that little second ahead of the defenders inside the box. So hopefully this can help us, and we get the first highlight of the game. McFadden free kick, palmed away. And again, the away end is the only real empty area of the stadium. Let's demand more from the players. Again, it's just that one shot that we've had. That's been the only shot for either team this entire second half. And they look really, really happy with the draw. But they do have a highlight here with a free kick. Jones putting it in. And it's headed over from about a yard out. And we've really got away with one there. Let's make some substitutions. Varian has been really poor and he's really tired. So let's get Darnell Vowles on, and we are going to make him a winger. I think this game is set up for wingers, the way the narrow nature of the game has played out. Agyapong is very tired, but playing well. Do I make that change? I think what I'm going to do here, do I even make a double change? I'm going to bring off Agyapong for Sharif. I'm going to put Mikhail in for Schofield and try and get a new playmaker in there and see if we can just create a chance. Motivated players going onto the field. Let's see if they can make the difference in the last 20 minutes. Can we get the difference in this game? They look like they have been satisfied to come away with a draw. The team with the best defence in the league, Colchester. And we have not been able to repeat our 2-0 away from home win. We've got a lot of late wins this season, but it looks like we are not going to get one here. As Jones gets another free kick. Can we deal with it in the box? It's away and Vols on the break, but we don't get to see any more of that. And they have been the better team, you have to say. We have been a disappointment in this game. And I think the need for more attacking quality is very, very clear. It's another really poor game for Joe Evans on the right wing, a 6.1. Varian a 6.3, McFadden a 6.3. You can see there what our success has been built on this season. It has been built on the defence. Disappointed overall. I'm disappointed we couldn't grab a win today, take us top of the table. There you go. Well, there you go. So I apologise that you haven't had the greatest of games to witness on our little mid-season review. As I said before, I am now just going to go all the way through to the end of the season. I will come back and we will do a game if there is a possible championship decider to play. I mean, we are still only a point behind Colchester, so it's now a shootout for the rest of the season. I will come back if there is a title decider to play. Maybe if we're going into the last game of the season still with the title up for grabs and the chance to see a trophy lift, we will come back for that. But if not, if things have played out well before the end of the season, we'll just come back for an end of season review and we'll talk about everything we are going to do with this squad. I don't think I'm getting too ahead of myself if I say that right now we are thinking about how to put a team together for League One. A lot of this squad are out of contract at the end of the season, which is obviously a good thing in terms of being able to get next level quality in for the next level up. We don't want to be stuck in League One with a lot of League Two level players. I feel like last season here in League Two, we were stuck with a lot of Vanarama National League players, and that probably had an impact because we had no one to carry the team really while we were waiting for the improvement of the young players. We've got a chance here this season to actually prepare ourselves for League One with a lot of new players who can perhaps be of that next level up. Now, if we look at our squad just to finish off today, let's have a look. So contracts expiring, you can see there just an enormous amount of the squad are out of contract at the end of this season. Jordan Rossiter, at the moment, I'm thinking I'll offer him a new contract. The same with Lamine Sharif, a really good squad player, really good mentally, and I think good enough technically to participate in League One. Nick Cerula, I don't think will be a good enough left back for League One. He is a very, very good attacking fullback, but is he good enough for League One? I don't think so, and he's going to be 31 when the next season starts. Thomas Hughes, who's out on loan, will be our longest standing player, will be out of the club at the end of the season. A real legend, but yeah, just nowhere near good enough for the Football League. So yeah, thank you for your service, Thomas Hughes, but he will be leaving the club at the end of the season. George Wickens, I'm going to let go. Harvey Davies, I've offered a new contract to. He's had some interest from Championship clubs, I guess, as a backup goalkeeper. Technically, he's superb. Technically, he might be our best goalkeeper. Mentally and physically, not great, but I think as a third choice goalkeeper, worth keeping around. So he's got a new contract on the table, which I expect him to sign. Sani and Kadamatri will both leave. Divin Mubama will have to see if he earns himself a new contract or not. James Price will leave. Joe Evans, do I offer him a new contract? Really not sure. I mean, he's playing awfully at the moment. At the moment, I would err on the side of offering him a new contract, but he's just been absolutely abysmal since returning from his injury, which is a real shame because he was looking really good. Scully, Dover and Mavondo all out of contract. Mavondo, I may offer a new contract, the young German goalkeeper. He's got some potential, but again, is he a long-term future of the club? I don't think so. Joaquin Malicio, again, he hasn't developed as we were hoping. I might offer him a new contract. Mentally, he's probably good enough for League One. Technically, he's improving. We've got him up to 11 passing. Yeah, I mean, he might be worth a new contract. He's still only 19. So maybe expect to see Malicio stick around in the midfield. Shay Marsh, he wants more game time, so he is probably likely to leave. And I don't think he's a League One level player anyway. So we'll probably say goodbye to him. Elijah Reed-Stephen, yeah, I don't think he'll be around. Carl Drakes, I would probably offer him a new contract, but again, he's not League One ready. Mark McFadden, I will want to get in on full time. Yeah, I mean, you can see it. We go all the way down here. The majority of the squad is out of contract at the end of the season. Lee Watkins, who continues to improve as a defender, his 9 tackling is poor. But outside of that, he is a very, very good centre-back and the best rated player in League 2. When does his contract expire? He's still got another 2 years on his contract at Birmingham, but we'll certainly try and get him in on loan again in League 1. Callum Armitage, again, if I could get him on loan again, a decent League 1 squad player. I think I definitely need a better starting left back than Callum Armitage. James Sheringham, probably not. Gavin Schofield, jury is out. So then the only players, I mean, basically from Callum Robinson down here, These are the only players that are contracted for next season. So yeah, it's let's have a look. I think I think it's, you can see basically it gives us the basis of where we can really kind of nail down the players that we want to carry on with in League One. I think most of these players are League One standard. Louise and Simpson definitely. Hordegaard definitely on his way. Agyapong I think is good enough to play League One. Varian could probably do a job there, and Callum Robinson certainly. Pablo Martinez I don't think so. Joshua Duffus probably not. Mikhail probably not. Dowling, again, a young player with a lot of potential who hopefully can continue to improve and be a League One squad player. So, yeah, a lot to talk about when we come to the end of season review. We'll have to see what we decide to do there. If we look at selection and just look at average rating, I mean, look at that. I mean, we've just got a superb squad now, a superbly consistent squad, tearing it up in League Two. So very, very bright in terms of how the future looks right now. We are, there you go, we're 19 points above Shrewsbury now. They have caught up a couple of points on us, but lots to be positive about. 25 games unbeaten in all competitions. In the league. 25 games unbeaten in the league. Just one league defeat all season long. Hopefully these new offensive signings can help us score a few more goals, be a bit more of a threat further up the field, and pick up the points we need to get that automatic promotion. So there you go. So yeah, I will see you guys for the next episode, which will likely just be an end of season review. But it could be going into the end of the season here that maybe one of these games around here could be a title decider, perhaps. Let's hope so. We will be back when we are back. I will see you when we see you. But one thing is for sure, things are looking very, very bright at AFC Rushden and Diamonds. Apart from, actually, now I think about it, apart from, I still haven't been able to upgrade any of our training facilities. We are still tier 7 standard training facilities, which is absolutely abysmal. I asked the board at the start of the season to improve the training facilities. They refused. I mean, we do have still 660,000 in the bank. I also asked them to improve the youth facilities, which they did do. And I asked them to improve the youth level to get better standards of youth players in. They refused that as well. But I mean, if we, I don't think I can see that right now, do I? I think I have to carry on. So I've made those requests to the board. I'm not expecting them to accept them. I'm expecting us to be a League One club with tier 7 facilities, which is obviously an absolute joke. That is something that we really need to improve, and very, very soon, because that is going to really hold us back in terms of making us an attractive option for potential players in the future. So let's hope the board have a little bit of flexibility on that. Let's hope they appreciate what we are doing in the league, and hopefully allow us to start to improve on those things, because we are a long, long way short. It's going to take a lot of separate improvements for us to get up to League One level in the future. So there you go. We'll leave it there. 25 matches in a row without losing in the league. Could do a few more goals and a little bit more consistency, but very, very pleased with the way the season is going so far. If you've enjoyed this video, if you're enjoying the series, if you want to see daily videos again rather than just this mid-season roundup, please drop a like on the video and help us grow by sharing with your friends, subscribing to the channel. And as is customary for my videos, we will end on the dog barking. That is absolutely